There are anti-Semites all over the world, all over time. Which group of people in the history of the earth were anti-Semitic? This connects us to the Jews and their bad reputation, according to the Christians, because of misunderstanding. The Christians thought that the Jews were to blame for Jesus' death, even though Jesus was killed by the Roman government because the officials viewed them as political.
Connects us to the Romans who were anti-Semitic people in the medieval/Renaissance period. The Romans targeted the Jews not for their belief or what they wear. The Romans targeted the Jews for alleged unwillingness to adapt or assimilate.
This relates us to the Germans because the Germans also hated the Jews. Some Germans were under control by Adolf Hitler, like the Nazi Party. Hitler did not start anti-Semitism, but he built on anti-Semitism. Hitler did not consider the Jews as humans because they were inferior. After World War I, Hitler blamed the Jews for the defeat of Germany. Hitler thought that killing the Jews was the way to lead Germany to victory.
Jews being hated already by the Romans, German Christians, and now the Persians. Generally, not all the Persians hate the Jews. It was only Prime Minister of Persia who was mad at the group of Jewish people in Susan. Prime Minister Haman wanted the willful Jews to bow down before him and tried to persuade King Ahasuerus to execute that group of Jews. But when King Ahasuerus knew that his wife Queen Esther was Jewish, he had Haman and Haman's sons executed.
Another country that is anti-Semitic is Saudi Arabia. They stated that the Jews are not allowed to visit the country. A Saudi Arabian newspaper said that it is justifiable to hate the Jews. The Saudi Arabian textbook said that the students shouldn't be friends with Jews and that Jews worship the devil.
Hundreds of countries that are anti-Semitic countries, but most of them hate the Jews. Others hate the Jews for their willful, uncooperative minds, but anti-Semitism wasn't just something that everybody grew up knowing. It was something taught by the Christians since Christianity was the first well-known religion of the Christians. Made up stories like how Jews killed Christ, poisoned wells, killed Christian kids, or made up the Holocaust plot to control the world, harvest organs, and other invented stories.